One of the things small businesses have a challenge with as they start to grow is how do I coordinate a group of people that starts small, but increasingly we add people to that mix. Think about the small business first. It might be just yourself, maybe a few other people, and so you're expected to do a lot of different things. You're a generalist, a jack of all trades, and as you continue to grow, you face coordination problems or issues. You might find that you need greater expertise in a particular area. You're dealing with more complex business problems. And so as you grow, you bring in more people, more staff. Of course, you have to coordinate those people. And they begin to take on more specific roles. And so you become perhaps more specialized. And that creates a downside too, because as we become more specialized, it becomes much more difficult for us to be flexible, and flexibility to respond to our environment. It's kind of it's not my job, this is my job. And so the downside is, as you grow, I think companies can become more rigid, more bureaucratic in how they do business. At the same time, it gives them much greater efficiencies to respond to some of the challenges of growth. As organizations grow, one of the problems they run into is this notion of organizational silos. Think of silos as different departments or functions within an organization. And within those silos, they operate fairly well. The problem is when you face a business problem where you have to coordinate cross-functionally, and those silos become an impediment to communication. Within those silos, we understand each other. We have certain agendas, but those agendas might be different than another department or another group within the organization. And so the challenge really becomes, how do we find common ground? How do we be flexible enough to work with others whose interests aren't necessarily the same as ours? And that's a challenge too, I think, for the leadership of the organization, to really define a common vision for that organization that resonates with all of these silos. Because in the end, ultimately, you don't want the silos to be an impediment to communication and problem solving.